Hi guys, welcome to Stock Influence. I hope you are doing good. Today we will be looking into a non-alcoholic drink beverage company. Yes, we will be looking into Coca Cola stock, Q3 results, new launches, and more. Coca Cola is headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. It has current market capitalization of $276 billion, which is available at a very decent P multiple of 28. The stock has hit an all-time low of $52 and has reached an all-time high of $67. Currently, the stock is at $63, which is trading at 6% below its all-time high. Now, introduction and a brief history facts about Coca Cola. Coca Cola was founded in 1886 in Atlanta by Dr. John Pemberton, who actually invented the Coca Cola drink. In 1892, Coca Cola Company was founded by Asa Gris Candler. After 3 decades, Ernest Woodruff purchased this company for $25 million and listed it on NYSE. Today, the largest share owner is the biggest shark of all time, Warren Buffett, the owner of Berkshire Hathaway, who owns 9.3% stake in the Coca-Cola company. Stock information. Coca-Cola's IPO was launched in the year 1919 at an IPO price of $40. So far, Coca-Cola announced 11 stock splits. So if one had bought 1 share by our ancestors, say in 1990, then this would have converted into 9,216 shares after 11 share splits. That is, say if Mr. X had bought 10 shares at an IPO price in 1919, that converts into 92,160 shares worth $5 million, including dividend payouts. Talking about acquisitions, Body Armor is the latest acquisition by Coca-Cola, completed on 1st November 2021. Coca-Cola had initially acquired 15% of Body Armor in 2018. Later, Coca-Cola paid $5.6 billion in cash for the remaining 85% ownership in 2021. Next upcoming acquisition by Coca-Cola's wholly owned subsidiary CC Beverage Holding 2 BV has acquired ESM Effervescent Management Limited 3 Cent brand for €45 million on 9th August 2022. 3 Cent is a super premium mixer product and adult sparkling beverage. 3 Cent's brand will complement Coca-Cola's adult beverage brands Schweppes and Kinley. This acquisition is subject to regulatory approval and is expected to be completed in 2023. Now let's see some historical acquisitions done by Coca-Cola. In 1960, Coca-Cola acquired Minute Maid. In 2007, energy brand Glacier. 2011, Honesty. 2015, Coca-Cola acquired 19% stake in Monster Energy Drinks. 2018, Costa Coffee. 2021, Body Armor. In 2022, Coca-Cola subsidiary Coca-Cola HBC Holding BV CCH Holdings has 94.7% stake in Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Egypt, bought from Mac Beverage Limited. If one observes very closely, over the past decade, Coca-Cola has been reducing its dependency on its flagship carbonated sodas by developing and acquiring more brands of bottled water, teas, juices, sports drink, energy drink, coffee, and even alcoholic beverages. It also updated its sodas with smaller serving sizes, healthier versions, and new flavors to attract new age customers. Coca Cola is firing all its cylinders by reinventing itself and diversifying its product portfolio into other drinking category. Now, coming over to Q3 2022 overview, the Atlanta-based company has a well-diversified portfolio and continues to perform well in the third quarter as well. Coca-Cola year-on-year revenue has grown by $11.1 billion in Q3 2022, which is an increase in 10% on a year-on-year basis. Regional revenue contribution is mainly driven by North Americas by 37%, EMEA by 17%, bottling investments by 16%, followed by APAC, LATAM and global ventures in a chronological order, contributing the rest. The punchline over here is that though North America contributes majorly to the overall total revenue, this region also has higher growth of 20% on a year-on-year basis, followed by LATAM by 11% growth, bottling investment by 7.3%, growth offset by decrease in global ventures by 9.8%. Now, coming to operating income performance by regions, regional operating income contribution is mainly driven by EMEA by 31%, North America by 30%, LATAM by 20%, followed by APAC, bottle investment and global ventures contributing the rest. Though North America contributes majorly to the overall total revenue, this region also has higher growth of 24.6% on a year-on-year basis, followed by EMEA by 1.8% growth. LATAM has a flat growth offset by decrease in bottle investment by 43%, global ventures by 41% and APAC by 1%. Now, talking about EBIT performance by region. Regional EBIT contribution is mainly driven by North America and EMEA contributing equally by 27%, LATAM by 18%, APAC by 15%, followed by bottle investment and global ventures contributing the rest. Though North America contributes majorly to the overall total revenue, this region also has higher growth of 73.1% on a year-on-year basis, followed by EMEA by 2.6% growth, bottling investment by 1%, LATAM at a flat growth, offset by decrease in global ventures by 41% and APAC by 1%. Now coming over to Q3 stats. Short-term investment is at $1.1 billion, cash and cash equivalent is at $10.2 billion, operating cash flow is at $8.1 billion, down by $1.2 billion. EPS grew by 14% year-on-year to $0.65. Global unit case grew by 4% on a year-on-year basis, which is mainly driven by bottling investment, which grew by 16% from India and Vietnam. Asia Pacific grew by 9% from India and China, and North America grew by 1%. So now what exactly is bottling investment group, or so-called BIG? In the concentrated operations, Coca-Cola generates net operating revenues by selling concentrates and syrups to authorized bottling partners. Their bottling partners combine the concentrates with still and or sparkling waters and or sweeteners depending on the product to prepare, package, sell and distribute finished beverages. Also, their finished product operations consist primarily of company-owned or company-controlled bottling, sales and distribution operations. So, in January 2006, company-owned bottling operations were brought together to form the Bottling Investment Group or BIG. BIG was created to ensure those bottling operations received the appropriate investments and expertise to ensure their long-term success. By strategically investing in select bottling operations, temporarily taking them under Coca Cola ownership, and utilizing the leadership and resources of the Coca Cola company, BIG can drive long-term growth in critical markets and address major structural or investment challenges. When an operation is stable and thriving, BIG's goal is to find a qualified bottler to assume operations and continue to grow their business. Similarly, if we see global ventures, so now what is global ventures, which we call them? Global ventures was created as a separate business segment which can house other brands, acquisitions, and investments which can scale globally. Global Ventures is an entity which includes the following brands: Costa, Innocent, Dogadan, Monster Energy. In revenue terms, one will be surprised to hear that Costa and Innocent brands together represent 90% of the total Global Ventures business segment, or the Global Ventures account for 6% of the total revenue. Now, coming over to cash and margin information. Gross profit is at $6.5 billion and grew by 7% on a year-on-year basis. Gross profit margin is 58.7%, down by 1.7 percentage points on a year-on-year basis, and cost of goods sold is at $4.6 billion, which grew by 15% on a year-on-year basis. Dividend growth rate is at 4.8% in 2022 versus 2.4% in 2021. Free cash flow has increased by 2x in 4-year time, from $5.3 billion in 2017 to $11.3 billion in 2021. Net operating revenue has increased from $36.2 billion in 2017 to $38.7 billion in 2021. Operating cash flow margins has increased from 19% in 2017 to 33% in 2021. Free cash flow margin has increased from 15% in 2017 to 29% in 2021. Now, next, PAT or profit after tax, waterfall charts and margins. These waterfall charts are smart water charts, which we call for revenue walk to net income for both Q3 2021 and Q3 2022 period with like-to-like comparison. The waterfall chart explains ups and downs. So here, red bars are expenses or losses, green bars are positives and indicates incomes or savings, and purple bars are the main component metrics. Net income is at $2.8 billion and grew at 14% on a year-on-year basis. Net income margin is 25.5%. However, operating income is at $3.1 billion and grew at 6.6% on a year-on-year basis, and operating income margin is at 27.9%. Also, operating cash flow margin is at 24.5%. This is the 9-month period, and dollar amount is at $8.1 billion. whereas free cash flow margin is at 22.2%. This is the 9-month period, and dollar amount is at $7.3 billion. Despite double-digit growth in the top-line revenue, margins were mostly impacted due to body armor acquisition, higher operating costs, increase in marketing expenses, and currency impact due to FX rates headwinds. Russia-Ukraine conflicts, inflationary pressure, increased input cost and raw materials, aluminum cans and more. Now, coming up to business outlook, full year 2022 guidance, organic revenue growth is expected at 14% to 15%, free cash flow at $10.5 billion, EPS growth at 6 to 7%, long-term growth rates, organic revenue growth is expected to grow in the range of 4% to 6%, operating income at 6% to 8%, free cash flow conversion ratio at 90% to 95%, EPS growth at 7% to 9%. Now, coming to Coca Cola's share owners. Share owners are institutional investors holding 61% of the firm. So looking at top 5 institutional shareholders, Berkshire Hathaway holds 9.25%, Vanguard Group is holding 8.31%, BlackRock is holding 6.93%, State Street is holding 3.95%, FMR LLC is holding 2.31%, followed by General Public holding 29%, public companies owning 9.2%, and others by 0.7%. Thank you for watching my video. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Also, please hit the bell icon to never miss my upcoming videos. Thank you.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror